Hello again, everybody. It's day 42 of our coronavirus quarantine workout series, and today I've getting this freaking crazy. Yeah.
So long. It's all right.
And today I got JP with me.
How's
I
it
am
going?
Dominic.
I'm JP.
And we've got a good workout for you today, and we've also got a good question today. What is our question for today?
So the question for today is, during this quarantine, what are you doing to keep yourself sane? What are you doing to every day keep yourself from losing it?
So you look like you're losing it. Are you doing anything to keep you sane?
I am doing my best to go outside every day, try to run on the trails. Since most of my days being locked up in my room, I like to at least leave.
Yeah, I've been playing way too many video games. I don't know if that's keeping me sane or not, but
Probably not.
No.
I have also been playing too many video games, but to keep myself sane, I have to leave the house every once in a while.
yeah. Fortunately for me, there is limited real estate business that I can still do, so that's been
good.
helping me stay sane
good.
by doing that. But yeah, so let us know what helps keep you sane. Put in the comments, send us a message, whatever happens to be, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, we'd like to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing today to warm up, JP?
Okay, so to warm up today, the first thing that we're going to be doing is, since we haven't been doing anything like this, we're going to be running a little, we're going to be doing a warm up through a running clock. So we're going to do an 8-minute AMRAP today. The first movement that we're going to be doing is the inchworm.
Oh, I
So
like these.
for these inchworms, we're going to be making sure that we're bending.
You sound like you're already doing one.
I know, I'm in pain. This has already started. I thought about it, and now we're groaning. Starting by hinging at the hips, going down as far as you can, and once you've reached the limitation of your hamstrings, like Dominic has, you can bend a little bit in the knees, get your hands down to the ground, walk your hands out, do a push-up, keep your posture nice and straight, walk your hands back with your arms, stand back up. There we go.
Holy crap.
One painful inchworm.
Okay, one more painful inchworm. Walk
There
out,
we go.
push up,
Come back up. Good. All right, so that is going to help us with the push-ups today, getting our chest and our shoulders nice and warm. Also helping with the bent over rows too, moving through our shoulders.
So that's going to be our first movement of our 8-minute warm-up.
Yes,
is
first
the inchworm.
movement, and we're doing 5 of those inchworms. The next movement is going to be a lunge and a twist. So for the lunge and a twist, we're going to step forward with whatever leg you choose to. Then you're going to kneel, have your back leg down on the ground, twist on both sides, stand back up, and 10 lunge and twist total, 5 on each leg.
Okay, what's our next movement we're going to do?
So the next movement we're going to do is we're going to do 15 pass-throughs. So grab a PVC pipe if you have one. If not, we got broomsticks here. They work well.
That's right.
So we're just going to go start wider than you maybe think you should. Know that you can pass through and slowly bring your hands a little bit closer together until you find that sticking point, which isn't far for me, and then go out just a little bit more. And then finish your 15 pass-throughs there. Get
Okay.
a nice chest, or stretch through your chest.
And what's our last movement?
So
of
the
this
last movement is the one that I personally need to do every day, is we're gonna hang out in the bottom of a squat.
for how long?
30 seconds.
30
So we're just gonna
seconds.
sit down in the bottom of the squat for 30 seconds, hang out, twist around, get comfortable down there, change your footing, use your elbows to drive your knees out, get your groin nice and open, and just hang out down here for 30 seconds. And then once you're done, come back up and then go back through the 5 inchworms, lunge and twist.
Why don't we do a round together real quick, just to make sure everybody's got it right?
All right.
And we'll tell them what we're starting with each one. So again, start your timer. We're not going to do the full 8 minutes with you. We're going to do one round real quick, but you're going to set your timer for 8 minutes. And once you've got that going, what's our first movement?
First movement is the 5 inchworms.
All right, let's go.
Oh, nice and stiff.
So what?
Alrighty.
Oh, it's 2. Notice how we're not racing. This is not for time. This is just a warm up.
This is just trying to move for 8 minutes. Get your body moving. Get the blood flowing a little bit.
One more.
Alrighty.
All right, now we're gonna move into our 10 lunge and twists.
So let's do these in place. You can do them in place if you're stuck inside. You can get to go outside a little bit. You can do some walking lunges in the yard.
Whoa, that was loud.
I know,
Something
my
just
back
popped.
popped.
I thought I was about to see your shoulders just like fall off. Oh, it's 4.
Alrighty.
5. 6. These feel good.
These are much needed.
Much needed. Wait, what number is this?
I think it's an 8.
I don't know.
Clearly, we're not reps. The number of reps here are,
8 minutes of movements, right?
yes, 8 minutes of movement is the important part.
Now we've got 15 pass-throughs.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, trying to stretch that chest out. I did like 2 push-ups yesterday. I'm wrecked.
that's about it, huh? Well, don't look at the board today.
Already.
And like JP was saying earlier, is if you can slowly bring your hands a little closer together and get a little bit more of a stretch. We want to make sure those arms stay locked out though. So if you can't keep your arms locked out, widen that grip again.
Exactly.
Oh, this feels really good.
This is good.
This is good.
This is good.
Are you trying to tell us yourself that?
I'm
This is
telling
okay.
myself.
This is okay.
This is okay. Breathe.
Oh yeah, don't forget to breathe.
Are you counting?
I was just gonna ask you the same thing. So let's say we're at 13, which might be close.
14, sure.
15. Alrighty. And 15. I heard that pop too.
Yep. Sweet.
Okay, so you got your 5 inchworms, 10 lunges and twists, 15 passers, and now we're gonna hold for a 30-second squat.
Exactly.
And if you don't, well, you should have a timer going for your 8 minutes, but if you don't, you can count by saying 1 mallard, 2 mallard, 3 mallard. No?
Sure. Count as you please. You used to be Mississippi, now it's Mallard. We're revolutionizing counting here.
That's right. We're changing it up. It's a new world. How's that squat treat?
I haven't squatted in a while. It's been a lot of lunging and a lot of running.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up out of this.
I don't either.
So the rest of the workout we're gonna explain from the squat position,
Because we're stuck.
and we're just gonna roll off the screen when we're done.
All right.
Okay, let's say that's 30 seconds. So again, do that for 8 minutes. You're just working through this, not for time, not for speed. Just want to get that heart rate up a little bit.
Yep.
And warm our bodies up.
Get that blood moving.
Yes. Hopefully it's moving already a little
Yes.
sludgy. And then once you are done with that, we're gonna get into this workout here. So it is Lynn's birthday, and it's not her first birthday, it is her 75th birthday. So we have a workout for you with multiples of 75. And this is her workout, she's done the programming on this. However, we had to make a modification because hers has pull-ups in it. And I know not everybody has a pull-up bar or a rig or something at home to do pull-ups with, so we've modified it. So our first movement in this WOD, we only got 3 moves, mind you. Sounds pretty easy, right? 75 bent over rows. That was originally pull-ups for her. So we're doing 75 bent over rows. We're gonna be doing 150 push-ups. Then we're gonna be doing 225 air squats for Lynn's Bday WOD. So JP, let's talk about a bent over row. Give us some demonstrations. We've got a kettlebell and a dumbbell, and you can use either one. So let's show it on the kettlebell first. How are we gonna break
Yes.
these
So
down?
the movement's gonna be pretty much the same, whether or not you're using the kettlebell or the dumbbell. But what we're gonna be trying to do here is, for one thing, I believe we're doing single arm. So
Correct.
we're gonna be cutting the reps up in half. One arm is gonna get an extra rep. Remember it, you don't want one bigger arm than the other. So next time, use the other arm. So,
And you can break these up with each arm any way you want. You can do set to 5, you can do set to 10, 15, whatever number you feel comfortable with, but you do want to break them up pretty even.
yep.
So,
And the thing with the bent over rows too is make sure that you're breaking them up appropriately so that you can keep control through the rep.
yeah.
So the bent over rows, I'll just do a rep first and then we can explain through. We're trying to pull the kettlebell or the dumbbell up as close to our chest as possible. And the idea is that the movement is mostly going to be done through the lat of your back. You're not trying to kip or pull.
Yeah, you
with
notice
your
what
legs.
he's doing, he's not throwing his body around doing them. It's a nice, solid, slow, precise movement. Yeah. It's not in the gym videos where you see going, you know.
Yep. So one thing to remember too is if you feel like you're getting all the workout done on your bicep and it's not working your back a whole lot, one of the things I try to think about is to focus on driving my elbow back behind instead of thinking so much about necessarily pulling the kettlebell directly to my chest. If I think about driving back, it makes it easier for me to focus on using my back to lift the weight.
Why don't you do a couple with the dumbbell here real quick? And as he's doing this, we're gonna point out a couple things. You notice how his chest is still up, his back is tight, he's not arching his back in any way, he's not drooping his shoulders, he's keeping his shoulders and his chest up.
Not letting it ride down.
Nope.
Keeping good posture.
Yep, so those look really, really good. Cool, that's good. And again, you can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and just make sure, like you said, you're slow and consistent with these, and you don't want to be getting tired because you don't want to be throwing that weight back. Next, we've got push-ups. We've got 150 of them. So good push-up demonstration here. Obviously, JP's push-ups are perfect. You'll notice that he has a nice plank position, so his body isn't slouching, his butt's not slouching down, his butt's also not high up in the air. And another thing you notice is his elbows are staying pretty close to his body when he's push-up or going down in the push-up position. His elbows are not flaring out. And if you tend to be flaring out, you can twist your hands a little bit, bring those elbows in, and bring the hands maybe a little bit closer. But that position with your elbows in is a much better, safer position for your shoulders. If you need to, you can always modify these by putting your knees on the ground and doing push-ups that way as well. I like that hold at the bottom. You don't have to do that. A little extra credit
Just
there.
showing.
Yeah. All right, and the last movement is gonna be 225 air squats, which are JP's favorite movements, which are squats here. And these are gonna be nice and simple and controlled. He's gonna keep his chest up, he's keeping his back tight. You notice how his knees are tracking over his toes. That means his knees are not coming in, right? We don't want the knees coming in when you're standing up. We wanna drive those knees out.
Yep.
And again, he's holding at the bottom, extra credit.
Just trying to show, you know.
All right, so that's gonna be your workout. Lynn's Bday WOD is 75 bent over rows, 150 push-ups, 225 air squats.
Yes.
Pretty good one. Okay. And we got a little bit of a core workout once you're done. Before you start your core workout, take a good 5-10 minute break. We don't want less than 5 minutes. We don't want more than 10 minutes to break. Because if it's less than 5, we're still possibly going to be winded. And if it's over 10, your body's probably going to cool off too much and won't be good for you. So JP, breakdown, what am I doing on these here?
Okay, so once we're done with the workout, the first movement in the core series today is going to be 20 reverse crunches. So for these reverse crunches, we're gonna be down on your back. You're gonna have your feet up in the air. So you're gonna be holding the 90-degree angle here, and then you're gonna be doing crunches. Perfect. Trying to bring your head and your chest up. Good. All right, sweet. Yeah, so with these,
those are elevated crunches. We want reverse crunches, which are these.
Perfect. Okay, sweet. So we're testing you guys there. So these reverse crunches, you're crunching with the other part.
Something's wrong. Okay, yeah, reverse crunches. We're picking our knees up. Feet up the ground. Oh my gosh, we know what we're doing. I promise you.
Yes, this is good. We're
Okay.
certified. Okay.
Next, we can do these ones right.
Yes. Okay. So these 34 scissors here. So it's gonna be similar to little butterflies with your legs, but we're gonna be doing, it's basically just a larger rep. So you're just slowly bring each leg all the way up to the top. Perfect. You notice one thing is he's not letting his legs slam onto the ground.
I'm trying not to.
He's trying not to. He might be. He's not. He's trying his best. So the idea is to keep controlled movement in both legs on the way up and on the way down. Okay. So next we have 24 twists.
Oh.
Sweet.
Wow.
So he's gonna sit up, and he's gonna be sitting up through the whole movement, and he's just gonna bring his arms to like field goal position and just twist side to side.
Oh, I like
24
the field goal position.
field goals. Is it 24 total, or is it 24 on each side?
24 on each side.
Perfect.
Well, no, I guess, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 24 total.
Yeah.
12 on each side.
What he said.
And then the final part is the 50-second plank. We switched it up. Instead of 60 seconds, it's 50 seconds. And so plank, like we do normally, making sure that we're keeping the nice flat angle here. His hips aren't up high, his hips aren't sagging low. He's keeping the weight stacked over his shoulders, the nice straight position here.
Also
for
could
50 seconds.
Plank from your hands too, if that's a better position for you. So
Yes.
that core workout is not for time. You want to pace yourself, go through it, and
Yeah.
you're going to do 2 rounds. And after that first round and that last set of planks there, or that last plank, take your time, take a minute or 2 before starting that second round.
Exactly.
Any last advice on this? Any pointers, tips?
What I'll say is that for the most of this workout is a lot of muscle fatigue, and so make sure that you're really doing slow, controlled reps, and making sure all the reps look pretty.
That's right. If you're getting tired, take breaks while you're doing it because we don't want to get sloppy. That's when you can injure yourself.
Exactly.
Cool. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.